Let's do some unboxing. If you don't want to hear me talk, feel free to fast forward right here. But if you want to stick around and put me as a background music, or you're bored or you need something to watch, then leave me on, I guess. I don't know why people don't make YouTube videos anymore, because I actually watch YouTube videos still. I usually put it when I'm either cleaning or getting ready for work. It seems like everybody moved on to TikTok. Like, I understand, like, TikTok is like the best way to make a quick video. I may not look excited because I'm going to tell you right now, this is actually a fake unboxing. I have already unboxed this bag all the way back to January, and basically this video is going to be what you should know about before buying this bag. I'm still excited like looking at this bag, but I've only worn it 5 times. By the title, you already know this is the Pochette Metis East West. I don't know why they call it East West. Like, why is it East West? What about Southeast or North? Sorry, I'm laughing at my own joke. I think you can already tell that the Pochette leather is patina, by the way. I'm gonna let you a little secret on how to age it a little faster. The safe way, no chemicals used. Like, literally, it's so easy. I got this bag for the year of 2024. So it's like brand new year, fresh year, wanted to start something new. But initially this was supposed to be a mini bum bag, but the mini bum bag was like very horribly constructed. That was actually this, I believe that was the 6th time, and then I got tired of it because the construction was very horrible. The stitching was crooked, the pouch is always crooked. I know my eyebrows is crooked, let's not talk about that. I was trying so hard to get one of those bags, but I pay for the quality and the brand is basically just a plus. So since I got tired of like chasing that mini bum bag, I'm still planning to purchase it, by the way. Finally exchange it to this one. So this is my 2024 beginning purchase. You already know that it comes with this strap, the adjustable strap, and the chain. The chain is still brand new. When I first got this bag, it's a little bit of a roller coaster, okay? When I exchanged the mini bum bag, the sales associate, if you're watching this, why did you give me the display bag? Why? What was the point of that? I asked her to order me one, and you know what her response was? Her response was, well, it's just going to come from another store. Okay, and like, I didn't want the display bag, right? But in my head, I was like, let's be nice and take the bag home. I took the bag home because I get like anxiety going to the store because they're so judgmental. As soon as I got home, I realized that the hardware, this didn't have the plastic covering on it. It had minor scratches already, for which, once again, I wanted to pay for a brand new bag. The envelope piece, it was crooked. When I tell you it was crooked, it was like, I think, basically it looked like that. It looked like that. I just kept telling myself, it's okay, it's okay. But no, I told myself, no, it's supposed to be a brand new bag. Go and exchange it to a new one. So I went back and I was hoping that she was not there, but she was actually there. So as soon as I walked in the store, I literally told her, can I please exchange this to a new bag? Like, hopefully it's not the display bag this time. Like, and then she was like, oh no, I am so sorry. Are you though? Are you sorry? I know I may sound like a little, you know, but at the same time, I paid for a new bag. Like, I wanted the new bag. Like, why would you give me the display bag? And I asked you to order me one. Like, how is that so complicated for you? They exchange it, right? And it actually had the plastic wrapping, all brand new. I was happy. I left the store and I decided I'm not coming back to that stupid place. As soon as I got home, I didn't inspect the bag. I just looked at it. It's kind of low-key my fault, but I didn't want to stay there for long. But this is what happened. This is what you should pay attention to sometimes, is the details. I actually posted an unboxing video on TikTok, and the first thing I didn't notice actually was the Pochette leather. Do you notice that this Pochette leather right here is darker than that one? So this one is actually aging faster than this one. From what they told me, it's going to age evenly. So far, I don't see it. The second thing I noticed is, here we go. So behind the Pochette leather tab, there's that little scratch. It's missing a pattern, right? You clearly see that. Long story short, you know how Louis Vuitton sometimes asks for a review? I left a review and I was like, blah, blah, blah. They gave me the display bag. I didn't want that. I asked to order, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the manager reached out to me at the same time, and then I messaged him about that little scratch. So before going to the store, I took a magnifying glass. You know what that little scratch is? It's not even a scratch. It's actually a piece of glazing that fell on top of the canvas. So like it's stuck there. That's why it looks like it's like missing a pattern. I didn't want to be picky about it, but I just can't justify like, you know, a $3,000 bag and it's like not cute. Okay. Anyway, I went back and you know what he told me in the very beginning? He was like, if you're watching this, sir, by the way, you're a liar. He was like, well, some people like try to exchange bags. And in my head, I'm like, on the receipt, it says the serial number. Why not scan the serial number for this bag? You know how it's like microchip at this point? In my head, I was like, okay, can I just still exchange it? Like, you know, but he brought me another bag, and then the other bag, this middle section right here, it's actually shifting to this side. It was like crooked, and this side right here, it was pushing inside. I told him, just like, I don't want this one. Like, can I get another one? And that's when he said again, like, why do they keep saying that? If I'm gonna order another one, it's gonna come from another store. And I'm like, okay, like, just do it. The way they say it is kind of like, how do you say it? Condescending? I don't know. I just decided to keep this. He also mentioned that little scratch. You're a liar. That little scratch, he said that it's supposed to be some canvases or the logos can be inconsistent. And in my head, I'm like, so if you see a bag that has like inconsistent pattern, you would still give that to the customer. But in my head, I've never seen a canvas that is like inconsistent. Like I've never seen a canvas with like the LV logo, missing logos or missing patterns. Like the lies that he said. Like I was waiting for him to like take out like a magnifying glass to see that little thing. But no, he didn't care. He didn't care. But if you're watching this, you're a liar. I left the store unhappy. I decided she's a keeper. So this is another thing you should pay attention to is the stitching. The second time I used this, guess what happened? The stitching back here, it popped off. It popped off. Second time, the bag was not even overstuffed. It popped off. You can still see right here, there's like a crack. The repair people didn't even bother to repair it. Like they didn't even bother to like take a little glaze and glaze on top of that. But it's okay, I paid $0, right? After I got it back, the sales associate also mentioned that they restitched this side too. Lies, they didn't restitch it because this has like double stitching and this one had like single stitching, right? I was like, whatever, it's gonna last long. It didn't last long. It didn't last long. When I tell you the 5th use, the stitching on this side also popped off. Like I even heard it. After opening it, I just heard like a little like rip and the stitching busted off actually. And it also left a crack on the glazing. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm too embarrassed to go to the store again. You know how they say that they were supposed to give you a new bag? They didn't. So what I did was I messaged the repair people online. Anyway, they told me, if you're watching this, miss, if you're watching this, you told me that you were also going to repair the glazing. You didn't. Cracks are still here. So I bought this in January and now it's June now and I got this back in May. So most of the year, this bag was actually in the repair center. Since she was at the repair center the whole time, I actually fell in love with her even more because throughout January to June, I was actually in school and I was basically like going crazy with all the homework and my externship at the hospital. And since she was struggling, I was struggling. So I guess it was just meant to be. So I fell in love with her. I don't mind the glazing anymore. So I guess they just wanted to charge me extra. For which, why didn't they do that? Because they didn't let me know. They didn't message me at all. Like, hey, can we repair your glazing? It's gonna cost this way. No, there was no communication at all. And one last thing I should mention is I hate that like raw Pochette leather. This Speedy 20 right here, it still smells like leather. But anyway, I hate that white Pochette leather. I am pro honey patina. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this is a little bit more like that honey color, but not too much. You know what I just used? I just used distilled water. You know how some people are scared to use Pochette leather because when it gets raindrops, it like leaves a mark. And then in my head, I'm just like, well, if it leaves like a drop, then why not just wet the whole bag and see what happens when it's all wet? I got a damp cloth and like just made it wet like that. And now she's more like honey patina. Only do it if you're brave enough, but I don't recommend it. But at the same time, I did it, it worked. Except this Pochette leather right here, like I mentioned before, it's still aging faster than the rest of the Pochette leather on this bag. This bag is still like a 10. Actually, it's not even a 10. It's a 12 out of 10 because She holds a lot and she fits my body frame well. The only con, obviously, is the chain. I haven't used the chain. The chain is too fat. I hope you learned something from this. I guess the takeaway of this video is for you to not get bullied when trying to buy something, and you just have to make sure that you're paying for the quality, and I guess the brand is just a plus. Just be brave going to the store because some of them are going to be mean to you. But now what I do is I basically just purchase online, and if I don't like the bag, I just return it. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, like, or comment, but if you do, it's not going to change my life or anything. But I guess see you on the next video. Bye!